Hey, welcome back to Star Technology, where in the last video, we made this alloy blast smelter to start working towards all of the new multi-blocks in Ivy. We use this to get all of the different alloys involved in making all of the machines, so we can kind of just move on to whichever of the machines we want now. So, I'm going to make all of the machines that we want now. So, that's probably the plan for this video, making all of the elite machines that I need to get all of the multi-blocks that I want. I have, again, been doing a little bit of work between videos, mostly related to getting power working a bit better. I've finally got a second dynamo going. I don't know why the fuel is distributed so terribly. Both of these are fully upgraded with EV multi-cycle injector kits, and the lapidary dynamo I've got running amethyst because I just have way too much of that, and it's kind of terrible. And I've given that the auxiliary reaction chamber kit so that it can generate a lot of power. As well as that, I've finished making all of the solar panels, so I'm generating quite a lot more power now. I think the roof is now giving me 200,000 FE per tick. So in total, I'm getting about 500,000 FE per tick, which is pretty much what I need to run everything right now. But also, this storage wasn't really enough, even at what's pretty close to the maximum possible upgrade for it. So, I've made this gargantuan flux storage, which is absolutely enough. This is currently storing 14 billion FE, and you can see it's barely filled. I think it's like 128 billion? Yeah, 128 billion FE. So once that's full, as long as I can make sure that I keep a net neutral of energy usage, I'm not going to have to worry about energy ever again. Right, with some of the preamble out of the way, let's get into the point of the video, making the elite machines. I think I should also note now that I've already made the autoclave, because I really needed it. Because in here, I've upgraded all of my crafting units, modules, whatever they're called, to have a 1000k crafting storage, the IV circuit one, and to get 10 of them, yeah, quite a lot of Sardis quartz, and doing it 8 seconds per crystal was kind of painful. So I guess I can knock that off the list already, but there's still quite a few others. Also, I have a cat on my lap now, so if you start hearing noises, that's what it is. Okay, Bender first. That shouldn't be too bad. I've got a recipe for everything. Just queue it all up. I think other than waiting on the tungsten, I should be fine. You know, I'm just going to queue up 100 tungsten, because I'm absolutely going to need it. Here we go, Bender. Pretty easily. Next up is the compressor. And I forget what this was used for. Oh, right, they're all part of the large material press. And this is almost exclusively for the forming press, because that has some very useful recipes. I guess the forge hammer wouldn't be that bad either. Anyway, compressor. I'm just waiting on circuits, and then I'll have that. There we go, compressor. Then straight on to the next one, the forming press. Again, really quite simple, given that none of these components I have too much difficulty with. I can kind of just set them all going and I'll be fine. Yeah, there's the forming press. Like it was nothing. Anyway, on to the next one, the forge hammer. This is the first thing that I'm going to have to make myself. But even still, an anvil is not very hard. Especially when I have almost 1,000 iron. There we go, forge hammer. So then all of these together can make the material press. So I'll just queue up the few components that I need for that. And... Actually, do I want to make this right now? Because I think until I can fully commit to the multi-block, I might be better off keeping the individual machines. And I'm not sure I'm ready to fully commit to the multi-block yet. So I'm gonna hold out. And instead just move on with the other 3 machines that I actually need. Starting with the fluid solidifier. And I can queue up most of that, but I still need to get some more laminated glass. And it's basically just waiting on the polyvinyl butyriol, because the tempered glass is not an issue. I'll just put those in the forming press, and there we go, fluid solidifier. Pretty easily. Next up, the ore washer, something that I probably should have made a very long time ago. because it would have been really nice to be able to just purify some of my ore, because I'm getting real sick of doing it manually. And the ore washer is not that bad, I just need more laminated glass, which we've already established is not a problem. There we go, ore washer. And now there's only one more to go, the laser engraver. Ah, it's almost not a problem. Just the IV emitter, which is also almost not a problem. It's the quantum star. It doesn't show it, but I need a nether star. So I've got to do this stuff here. And this is not terribly convoluted, but it's tricky. But I think it's about time that I do it. And I have been looking into this a bit on my own, because I'm trying to get the IV circuit assembler as well. I've just put it off so far because LUV circuits seem like a bit of a pain right now. But those are probably coming pretty soon as well. But we're going to need the quantum star. And we're going to need a couple. Although actually, I think, yeah, I make 3 nether stars at a time. So I may as well turn all 3 of them into quantum stars. The big problem I have here is that getting the nether star stuff, the nether star essence, is random. Wait, plus 5% per tier? What does that mean? Because if I can get this to 100%, that would be very, very handy. I don't know, I'll just do the recipe 5 times, account for it going wrong once. Yeah, that should work. Because from there, just put them all with radon to get the nether star shards. Macerate the shards to get the small pile. Small pile makes nether star dust. Oh, and then I need 4 of them in the implosion compressor. I need to do this a lot more. Now I can do this with a crux. How do I get this? Oh, seeds are uncraftable. Okay, never mind. Well, if I need 4 essences to get one piece of dust, I'm gonna need 16 essences. So then, if this is saying approximately 10 of each material, then I'm gonna need 160 of each. I knew there was gonna be something to slow me down in this video. I guess that's what it's gonna be. So let's just work down the line, starting with the fire charges. I need 160 of these. And I get 3 at a time. So I need coal dust and blaze powder. Oh, come on, I make 159. So that comes out to 54 blaze powder, 54 coal dust. I can make blaze powder? Hang on. I swear I had a thing for this. Oh yeah, chemical reactor. You know, I'll just make a stack of new blaze powder. Why not? Just chuck them in there. And that's a lot of blaze powder. I need 57. Next I need the 57 coal. And that's easy. And then I just put this together in the mixer. Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. There's something in there that's not showing up. I think it'd be gunpowder? Yeah, I don't have much gunpowder. It doesn't seem too hard to get. Carbon, sulfur, and saltpeter. I can get saltpeter reasonably easily. So it's just 2 parts saltpeter, 1 part sulfur, and 3 parts carbon. Put that in the mixer, and that should make me a lot of gunpowder. Yeah. I really hope that's what I needed for this. Yes. So then that's 171 fire charges. So, a bit more than I needed to make. I think I misremembered the number. But that should be all the fire charges that I need. Now to the ones that are probably going to be annoying. Starting with the earth charge. I need gunpowder and coal dust, reasonably easy, and basal's powder. Basals? Whatever that is. And that is rhodium and helium in the large chemical reactor. Now I do actually have rhodium sulfate. How? Huh. Ruthenium tetroxide makes that as a side effect. A byproduct, rather. So then I just electrolyze that into the rhodium dust. Easy. This should give me enough rhodium for now. 44? Is that good? Maybe. Let's see. I'll make the recipes. And I may as well make the recipe for the rhodium anyway. And then the earth charge on top of that shouldn't be that hard to make. So let's see, 160 earth charges. Yeah, I do need to make a little bit more rhodium, but I don't see any problems here. Seems like it's just working. So there we go, 160 earth charges. Next up, the ice charge. And again, gunpowder and coal dust is nothing. What do I need for blizz powder? Cobalt and fluorine gas. That's really easy. I don't currently have a recipe for cobalt, but I've probably got enough of it spare. So I may as well make the ice charge recipe while I'm here. And then I should just be able to make the ice charges. Yep, I have enough cobalt. Yeah, no problems here. Oh, the blizz powder is quite slow to make though. But that's not that big a deal. I guess while I wait for that, I can work on the last one, the lightning charge. Which likely isn't that bad. Just need blitz powder, platinum dust, and deuterium. Good thing I've got that deuterium production. So then I can just make 160 lightning charges. Easy. And I just realized I should probably make one of each of the powders just so I can trigger the quest. But that's all of the ice charges, all of the lightning charges, and the powders to trigger all of the quests. Except the earth charge? What am I missing? Oh, I don't... I didn't trigger the rhodium quest. I can do that real quick. Or not. It's just a tick box. There we go. That's 8 quests. So now I just stick them all in the mixer, and hopefully I get enough nether star essence. Let's see. It shouldn't take very long to go through. And then 20. Is that enough? Yes, that's exactly enough. That's what I would expect. So I accounted for it failing 5 times, and I think it did fail exactly 5 times. Actually, did it fail at all? Because if I wanted 20, I would have needed 200. I think I got lucky here. More nether stars for me, I guess. And I'm guessing... Nope, I only need an HV chemical bath. Well, I have an IV one anyway. Or not, the ore washer when it's a multi-block accounts for that. I still have the HV one though. It just might take a little while. That's fine. Because there's a few other things that I need to do. Because I can turn all of these into the nether star dusts. But then I need the implosion compressor. And I could probably just make the 4 TNT. Never mind, it's different. Sulfuric acid and gelled toluene. Polyethylene pulp, toluene and sugar? I mean, I can do that. Or I just solidify toluene directly? Maybe I don't do it with TNT. How do I make dynamite? Paper string and, glycerol trinitrate? Do I have glycerol? No. Implosion compressor is probably going to be harder than I think. Well, I can make the machine. It doesn't seem that bad. It's reasonably cheap too. I'm going to need a bunch of solid machine casings. I just need probably only 20. I have enough to make another 20 if I need to, but 20 should be enough. So there's the control block. And for the rest of this, yeah, I can have 2 energy hatches. So I only needed 19. Good. I think I'm just going to run it on residual EV power. And I may as well just put it over here. There's plenty of space here. I don't have too much space around here. I shouldn't be getting any more EV machines, so I shouldn't have to worry about blocking this off. There we go. Implosion compressor. Just need to do the maintenance, and then it should be all good to go. So, yep, the nether star shards are done. I just need to macerate them, and combine them into dust. And I only need 4 right now, and now I just need to figure out which of these recipes I'm gonna do. So let me check industrial TNT. It's just gelled toluene with a nitration mixture instead of sulfuric acid. The nitration mixture is pretty easy. How about the powder barrel? Oh, super easy. Probably the most gunpowder intensive, but that's fine. Gunpowder is incredibly cheap. I just need 32 wooden planks, 8 string, and 2 stacks of gunpowder. Actually, never mind, half a stack of gunpowder. And that's 8 powder barrels. And I just stick them together in the implosion compressor. And there's 3 nether stars. Okay, that was nowhere near as hard of a process as I thought it would be. So I'll just quickly make the recipe for the quantum star, because it's got a weirdly precise amount of radon. Although, okay, it can be done in HV. I just need to put a pattern provider on the chemical bath. Wait, I can just do the EV chemical bath. How did I forget that I had that? Well, now I can make the quantum stars. And yes, it is making it. I was still slightly concerned that it wasn't a nether star that made the quantum star, but why would it not be? So while I wait for that, I just need 4 iridium rods. Although actually, I'm making 2 of these because I need one for the circuit assembler. So that'd be 8 rods, 4 ingots. I think on my own, I'm gonna make a ton more of these quantum stars because I need one for every parallel control hatch that I make. And given that it's chance-based, I don't know if I can make a recipe for it. So there's the 2 IV emitters, and with a few more components, there's the Elite Laser Engraver. And that should be all of the Elite machines that I needed. So I may as well connect them all in. And how many of these can I bring a pattern provider across for? I don't have an ore washer anywhere else. I guess I've got this laser engraver for the RAM wafers. This has been extremely slow then, if it's only been MV. I'll still leave the one in the clean room alone. Then the bender, the multi-block is better. The forming press didn't have a pattern provider to begin with. The fluid solidifier, I guess I can split some of the recipes. And then the forge hammer, I haven't used as a machine like this, so there's nothing to move over. And have I ever had a compressor? I don't think I have. Oh no, I've got an HV one, but it doesn't have a pattern provider. Well, this was mostly an upgrade in that it lets me make some of these multi-blocks. I still think I should hang on to, yeah, all of these machines in small machine form for now, just in case. So I'm just going to mark down all of these large machines that I actually want, and that should be all of them. The large chemical bath for the ore washer and the chemical bath, the large assembling factory, the large circuit assembling factory, the engraving laser, the crystallization chamber, the material press, the cutting saw to be a cutter, not to be a lathe, and the solidification array. And just out of curiosity, yeah, most of these multi-blocks are somewhat sizable, but none of them seem to be too terribly expensive. Actually, do I need the cutting saw? I think the cutter's fine as is. Actually, I have needed to make one for each power tier so far, so being able to overclock it so I can skip over that, yeah, probably useful. That means I'm going to need an elite lathe, though. That's not that bad. Just need the tungsten grinding head. So I need tungsten plates and double vanadium steel plates. That's not so bad. There, tungsten grinding head. And there's the elite lathe. And this one I can probably just leave in the ME system, because I've already got the multi-block for it. So that was kind of my plan for this video. I don't think I've got time to make the multi-blocks. I want to save that for its own video. Trying to make, yeah, all of them I might be able to get away with. But there is one final bit of preparation for that, because a lot of these, 3 of these, need a clean room. And this is not cutting it. So it's about time that I upgrade this. And I said in the last video that I was going to go 15 by 15. That's actually too big for this platform. These platforms are a different dimension to all of these ones that I've made. But I should be able to fit in an 11 by 11, and that's good enough. I've already done the maths for this, because it's a bit complicated. I don't have something that just gives me the flat number, so I actually had to somewhat count the number, how much I needed. I guess I could have done the trick where I make it out of dirt, but I've still done the calculations, and it comes out to 542 extra plasticrete. I took the current ones I have into account, as well as the clean room glass. So I need 542 more, either plasticrete or clean room glass. How much clean room glass did I say I wanted to have? I think 30 more? Yeah, because with the design that I have in mind, I need 36. I already have 6, so 30 more cleanroom glass. So I can start making that, and subtract 30 from the main total. That takes me to 512 plascrete. I already have 1, so 511. That's gonna take a very long time. And surprisingly, I have everything I need. Oh, the polyethylene's gonna take a very long time. May as well get it started now, then. So, while I wait for that, I need to move some of this around. Because I said I was gonna swap the alloy blast smelter and the clean room. So that pretty much this entire platform is just clean room. And nothing in here is being used right now, right? Right. So I should be good to just tear this whole thing down. I may as well change out some of these bad hatches, and I shouldn't need the diodes. And I'll just grab all of the plascrete and cleanroom glass that I have right now. Right, and I can't put it in place yet because I didn't get rid of these machines. So just remember, everything in my backpack is for the clean room. I'm just gonna hang on to all of this so I can move it. I actually have a lot more space than I thought I did when I did the maths in my head. I've got the 11 by 11 here. Well, I'll just put this as far forward as I feel like I can comfortably go. And then I guess I've just got a room for expansion with the clean room. Right, that's the alloy blast smelter in place. And that's a comfortable amount of room. And there's the vacuum freezer. And that should be it connected to power. And that should be it connected to the ME system. And then with the maintenance hatches done, that should be this moved forwards. And in the time it's taken for me to do that, pretty much all the plascrete's done. I think that was quicker than when I made the original clean room. The original clean room was, what, 20 minutes? And this was about 15, if even? There we go, last of the plascrete. And that should be everything that I need for the clean room. So, we have the large empty space. May as well. So that's 11 by 11. And that should be the floor. Then I'm going to put the door there. Oh, and I forget how tall I made this. I think I made it 9 tall. So that would be that big. That's pretty tall. So I can build up the walls. And then I'm going to take a line out of the top here. And that's where the clean room glass goes. So I may as well put all of it in place. And I have 1 more than I needed. Okay. 2 more than I needed even. Wait a minute. This is 1 block too short. On which side? This side. It's 1 longer this way. There we go. That's the proper wall. So I didn't miscalculate how much glass I needed. And now that I have the structure built up, this is pretty big. And actually, I made too much plascrete. Huh. Because that's the whole structure. Man, with smooth lighting off, it looks really weird. That's the whole structure, and I still have a stack and a half of plascrete. Now, I really hope... Oh, that's all I need for the top of the clean room. It does say invalid structure, but it's missing quite a lot of other things. So, I need to give it power, and I can do that just like that. I need to put a door on it, and buttons to be able to open and close it. It needs a maintenance hatch, and a machine hull to get the channels through, but it's still not a valid structure. And that's everything that was in my inventory, because the rest of this just goes on the inside. Oh boy. Hopefully Google can help me here. Okay, I found a pretty good result for GregTech New Horizons, which is not the version of GregTech that I'm using, but I doubt it's changed. The main thing that I read was that, yeah, the entire ceiling needs to be filter casings. So I need, what's that, 72 more filter casings? Right. Yeah. So let's get that going. There we go. 72 filter casings. So then hopefully, if I do that... Yes! Okay, just need to do the maintenance hatch. There we go. And then it's idling. It is getting power, right? Yeah, it's getting power. Okay, there we go. Machine is waiting. Oh, it takes a long time to take over. Guess that's what happens when it's a big clean room. Good thing I'm not running it on MV anymore. But now, I have my huge clean room. I'm probably gonna need to go even bigger than this in future, but this should be enough for the time being. So now, I'm just gonna put these machines back in place here. They don't need to be placed well, they just need to be placed. And I just connect this back together, and there we go. That's the clean room setup. And it's clean! So the interior space, I think, is 9 by 9 by 7, which is a decent amount of space. But the circuit assembling facility is 7 blocks long. So that could, for example, fit along here, and there'd be about 2 blocks leeway. The engraving laser is 5 by 5, so that maybe fits right here. And then the cutting saw is 7 by 4, so that could fit along here. Yeah, it would still have a bit of clearance. I think I can barely fit things in here without having to stack them on top of each other. And then if I just sneakily put this chemical reactor in, that should be fine. Yeah, this is workable, and I'm keen to see it filled in the future. But anyway, I think that's going to be enough for this video. I feel like that's some very nice progress. We've got all of the IV machines that we need to start making all of the multi-blocks, and we've upgraded the clean room so we can actually fit some of the multi-blocks. And I've still got a little bit of clearance in case I want to expand it. I've got 1 block on this side, 2 blocks on this side if I move the hatches over here. So if I really need that 3 extra blocks of width, I can do that. But this should be fine. But that is everything that I plan to do, and more. I had planned to get the clean room done in the next couple videos, I just didn't know exactly where to fit it in. So this works. So next video, I'll try to get as many of these as I can. We'll see. Because the control block shouldn't be that bad. It'd be about as hard as getting the elite machines in the first place. It's more about building up the multi-block and getting all of the casings. Even then, it might not be that bad. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But that's enough for this video. I'm repeating myself at this point, so I'm going to call it here. Bye.